Welcome to Tyler's Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is August the 2nd, 2023, and we're going to be talking about NXT because, ladies and gentlemen, NXT just happened. Well, technically it was like an hour ago. Oh my god, I got the yawns. Every time I do these videos, I get the yawns right now. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, we got NXT here. We got a couple of segments with Trick Williams and Carmella Hayes. Carmella Hayes wants to. I don't know. He said it's not a breakup, but he wants to do things for himself now. Because he says he's not a sidekick to Carmella Hayes, but he thinks the fans think he is. And he doesn't have a championship. So he wants to do things by himself and win a championship. So let's see if he could do that. We had Dominic Mysterio and Miss Rhea Ripley out in the ring, talking about the Great American Bash. Woo! How this guy has no grapefruits of winning on his own. And then Dragon Lee came out, and they call him, he's a wannabe Rey Mysterio, or Rey Mysterio Jr. But Dragon Lee wants a match for the North American title. And Dominic Mysterio accepted the match, and Rhea, some reason, she has to tell Dragon Lee that she's going to be in Dirty Dom's corner. And Dragon Lee says, that's fine, because he got somebody in his corner, and it's going to be Rey Mysterio. And ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to have a heel turn from Wes Lee, because Wes Lee was pissed off, knocking everything down in the locker room where Carmella Hayes was, but they got attacked by Noam Dar and Aro Mensah to make their tag team match. But I will tell you guys more about the tag team match because it got more heated. So we started NXT with showing the family, Tony D'Angelo and Stacks coming out of the car to show up to NXT, and then they got attacked by the Gallus guys from they got out of the car and they got attacked. And then they got interviewed by Mackenzie, and they said that they want a match with all three guys. But there is 3-on-2, but he says he's going to make a call to somebody. And he wants to know if this person's going to answer the phone. Did he answer the phone? Well, he did answer the phone because Tony Angel called, and he says he's coming. He's coming. So that's our 6-man tag team match, to find out who's going to be the mystery partner. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Thea Hale is a little upset. Baron Corbin has made it more worse by saying that she lost and she doesn't deserve to be in NXT. Andre Chase got a little upset with that and got in the face of Baron Corbin. And Baron Corbin says, how about you do something about it? And that's what we're going to get in a match between Andre Chase and Baron Corbin. We heard that the fake Heritage Cup, Tyler Bate will be facing Noam Dar for the fake Heritage Cup when he's not a real champion. So, yeah. So let's get to the first match. We got JC Jane. She didn't do her entrance. She just went on to the announce table's microphone thing, headset, saying that she's going to beat up Lara Valkyra. And she, this time, she will not have any security guards getting JC Jane off of her. Because at the Great American Bash, Valkyra got attacked by JC Jane, and the security guards has to take them off each other. Because they don't like to see people fight in the backstage. We got another segment. The Schism tried to find out who was the 2 guys that attacked the Dyad and made them lose their 6-man tag team match last week. So they made everybody take their masks off. So they took their masks off. One of them was Ika Manjiro. been a while since we've seen him on NXT TV. He's been on NXT Level Up, but it's been a while we've seen him on NXT TV. Since he lost his tag team partner, Kushida, because he's no longer in WWE, been a while. And then they got rid of one of the guys. The one guy didn't have to take his mask off because now they know they think it's the Creed brothers. And the other guy was black. He's a black skinned guy, and he's more chubby. So, and then they brought the other two guys down, the last two guys, and Jagger and Rip Fowler attacked these two guys, ripped the masks off, and it wasn't the Creed brothers. And then the Creed brothers was on the Titantron in front of a green screen. They said they've been in places, but I don't think they were in these places. They said they weren't at NXT, but we will find out what's happening. And then Rip Fowler and Jagger Rake will still want to attack more of these two guys. And then Joe Gacy and Ava stopped them, saying this is not how we do it. And they called out the Creed brothers. Will the Creed brothers be back in NXT, or they're not going to be part of NXT still? We don't know what's going to happen there. So the first match of the evening, we got Lara Valkyria will be versing JC Jane. Pretty okay match, but the winner of that match was Lara Valkyria getting the win with a frog splash. Then we had Dijak. Dijak versus Eddie Thorpe. And ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was Dijak. He destroyed Eddie Thorpe's arm multiple times. Eddie Thorpe almost getting the win, but ladies and gentlemen, Dijak gets the win with a big boot in the face. Then we had Lopez and Lola Vice will be versing Valentina Perez and Yosa Leon. These two just had a win at a pay-per-view on the kickoff show, but it's still on PLE. They still got a win on there, but ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was Lopez and Lola Vice getting the win. Now the question is, Cora Jade said she was done. She was packing up and she grabbed a whole of fan mail, but she doesn't care about the fans, so she threw the fan mail. But she said she's done. And she told the other ladies good luck in NXT. Does that mean she quits NXT? I have no idea. Well, we do know next week, Von Wanger, after he got speared by Braun Breaker last week, he will have a match with Braun Breaker next week. We have the Metaphor, Masa and Noam Dar versus Wesley and Carmelo Hayes. It was a pretty decent match, but ladies and gentlemen, back and forth, they were doing a good job, Wesley and Carmelo Hayes. A little bit of Wesley was having some attitude to get himself in the ring, but ladies and gentlemen, at the end, Mr. Wesley did his finisher, the Karate Kid. But he did his finisher, and then he accidentally did it onto Carmelo Hayes. Because I believe Noam Dar moved out of the way. And then, no, I think it was the other guy, Mensa. He got out of the way and pulls Carmelo Hayes in the way. And he got kicked in the head. And then Mensa super kicked Wesley, and then Noam Dar did his Enziguri and gets the win. The Metaphor gets the win. And then Wesley was yelling at Carmelo Hayes, "Where were you?" Carmelo Hayes was trying to explain that you hit him in the head, so he was knocked out. But Carmelo Hayes says, "Don't worry about it." And Wesley is going to worry about it. He is pissed because he lost 3 times in the last 3 matches that he had. Now 4 times. And then we had Baron Corbin versus Andre Chase. Ladies and gentlemen, Thea Hale was not being more, she didn't care for this match. She wasn't hyped up. She wasn't doing her being exciting. She was just walking and molting and doesn't really care. But at the end, we saw Thea Hale threw in the towel on Andre Chase to do a distraction, and she walked away. And then Baron Corbin wins the match. And then our main event is a 6-man tag team match. Gallus will be versing Tony D'Angelo and Stacks and their mystery partner, their longtime rivalry. This is why this man is L of NXT, because of Tony D'Angelo and Stacks, the family. Ladies and gentlemen, their mystery partner, the no one contender to the United States Championship, Santos Escobar. He is the mystery tag team partner. I thought it would be Bruce or something, but I think he's on AEW. I think he signed a deal with AEW. I know it's somebody debuting, but ladies and gentlemen, it was still pretty cool to see Santos back in there. But ladies and gentlemen, it was a pretty decent match, but the winner of that match was Stacks, Tony D'Angelo, and Santos beating Gallus. And ladies and gentlemen, it's a one-time only that those guys are going to work as a team, because remember, that is how Santos was gone from NXT after he had his last match in NXT against Tony D'Angelo. Loser leaves NXT, and that's why he's on SmackDown, and Tony D'Angelo is still on NXT. But I guess Santos is allowed back on NXT for one night only. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's a pretty decent show. I enjoyed it. The next PLE that they're going to be on the next time is going to be No Mercy. But we are getting closer and closer to SummerSlam. And the sad part is that Rhea Ripley does not have a match on a major PLE. SummerSlam. SummerSlam is like the summer WrestleMania. And Rhea Ripley doesn't have a match. We have the Intercontinental title on SummerSlam, but not the Women's World Championship. These world titles are supposed to be the face of Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown. But both world titles on SmackDown, the Undisputed WWE Championship and the WWE Women's Championship, are both on the line. But only one world title from Monday Night Raw is on the line. And that's the World Heavyweight Championship. Rhea Ripley is not defending her title. That's just sad. That's just sad for her. Like, seriously, it's sad for her. Maybe she will be on a pre-show. We don't know. I don't know if they're going to do main roster pre-shows matches. But they did it on Great American Bash, but that's at NXT. That's not the main roster. Normally on the main roster, they haven't done a lot of pre-show matches. So, I don't know what's going to happen. Rhea Ripley is not really defending her title a lot. I'm sorry to say it, but she's not having the best reign as champion. She hasn't had the best or a good rivalry with. She had a rivalry with Natalya, and then they screwed that up by making Natalya lose in a couple minutes. And then she gets a tag, and the match didn't happen. They had one good match for the Women's World Championship on Raw, but that's not for the PLE. That was just for Monday Night Raw. And now she's not in the rivalry. She kind of is, but Raquel doesn't get a title shot at SummerSlam. Or Liv Morgan, none of them get a shot of the title because they're injured. So they're not getting the shot. Maybe Adam Pearce, maybe on Twitter, or somehow they announce Raquel gets that title shot. Maybe. Right now, we got nothing about this title match. Rhea Ripley hasn't had a lot of good good chances to have a good reign as a champion. I think Asuka has a better one because she's defending the title against two top ladies. She's been on SmackDown every single week, doing something. Rhea Ripley is on Raw every single week, but she's not doing anything for herself. She's doing something, helping Dominic or helping the rest of the Judgment Day with their matches. She's not doing any matches. She's not having any championship matches, so I don't like the reign of Miss Rhea Ripley. Not a big fan. Even Dominic Mysterio defends his title more times than she does. He defended on the Great American Bash, and now he's defending next week against Dragon Lee. And Rhea Ripley had her title, and she defended like 3 times, something like that, 3 times. But she defended once with Zelina Vega, and twice to Natalya. And with Zelina Vega, it wasn't a rivalry. They made this match, and we all know who's going to win this match because of the draft and the title switch to different brands. So we know Rhea Ripley's on Raw, and Bianca Belair was on SmackDown. So we know the Raw Women's Championship will stay on SmackDown, and we know the SmackDown Women's title will stay on Raw. So, yeah, she hasn't really defended the title a lot. Sorry for Rhea Ripley not having a good reign. She's talented, but she needs a better reign for this. I think when she defended the Raw Women's Championship, when she had the Raw Women's Championship or the NXT Women's title, she had good reigns. But with this title, she's not having a good reign. Not a lot of defending. That's all for me today. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys tomorrow for AEW Results, AEW Dynamite 200 episode. The 200 episode. We got a 3-way anything goes match. We got the Elites. We'll be versing Jeff Jarrett, Satama Singh, and Jay Lethal. We will have a face-to-face between Jerry Lynn and Jack Perry. I don't know why that's happening, but that's happening. But a lot of things is happening. We got championships on the line. We got Chris Jericho in action. We got a lot of things happening in AEW. And remember, we're getting closer to All In London. That's going to be interesting too. What matches are going to make it there? We will find out. Maybe this week. Isn't All In? I'll check that later. I think All In is supposed to be this month, I think. But if you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Time is out. See you guys tomorrow. Bye!